guys, today we are back on Roswell, and I think Roswell's finished, so we are going to save, and I'm gonna let you guys see that whole process just so you can get the dream address if you want it. And you can put the dream address in before I start the walkthrough so that you guys can follow along with me. Gosh, this animation is so pretty. Okay. Here we go. I think this is the first time I've used the Dream Suite on here, so it's probably gonna make me go through the whole legal thing. The famous risky biscuit. 'Tis me. Still so sad that I had to use LittleBiskt for a screen name, but ow. There we go. I want to share a dream. I always forget. I just don't pay attention. Next. I thought about putting some stuff on the bulletin board, but I think I might not. I might be lazy this time. I don't know. I'm just really excited for the next island idea I have. You know. And I gotta be honest, I'm a little tired of Roswell. Okay, so there is the dream address for Roswell. I'm so excited. Okay. I want to wake up. Alright. Now I'm gonna wake up and I am gonna head to the airport so I can start the walkthrough, and if you guys want to follow along, just make sure you put in the dream address and we can do that. Hi guys, and welcome to our walkthrough of Roswell. Now that the island is done, I am gonna show you guys everything I worked on, and I do want to give a heads up. I love doing detailed islands, but Roswell is meant to have a little bit of a barren desert aesthetic, so I tried to keep a little bit of a balance so it wasn't completely empty without adding so much stuff that it took away from the desert aesthetic. And I did leave some gifts here if you're planning on following along or visiting. There is an outfit and a couple little things for you to carry around that I thought matched the aesthetic. So of course, like I said before, a lot of the beaches are undone, but the first thing you'll see when you come into Roswell is this adorable house. It is a fake building that I made that I think is very cute. I really liked building those. It is medieval walls with a gazebo and simple panels to make it look like there is something actually in the windows. I thought it was very cute. And then to the right is a little desert oasis. And there are a couple of these sprinkled around the island. Ooh, Rattle's out. Hi. It took forever to get Rattle. It was a pain. Here we have a well, which is right next to the plaza. KK is here performing. We love to see it. Clay is so cute. The plaza area is very simple. A lot of this island is simple. And here the street picks back up. It leads you to a old retro kind of rundown looking gas station. The rusty tank and barrel I thought really brought it all together. And the gas station is of course right next to Nook's Cranny, which is also very simple. I wanted to make sure that Nook's Cranny didn't get upgraded because I wanted it to look very small, and I don't know. I just didn't want it to look like it was the kind of store you'd see in a big town. This area is just meant to be kind of a desert flatland. We've got bugs and it leads into the campsite. And of course, Blathers is living at the campsite. He's in his tent because, again, deserted island. And it's also a desert island. So, yeah. I just thought that having the big museum wouldn't quite match the aesthetic that I was going for. So we did keep Blathers in his tent. Unfortunately, that means he was not getting any donations from me. He's just been alone in his tent. But I gave him this super cute research area. He has bugs and fish and books and all sorts of things out here so he can research the local flora and fauna. And that's what he's doing over here. He has set up his tent near the campsite. And the campsite, if you want to get to it, is down on the beach. This is one of the few beach areas. So of course here you can barbecue or you can cook over a campfire, maybe roast some marshmallows. And then we have some more tents over here. Now there are not very many bridges on the island. So we are going to go this way in just a second. I wanted to make sure that there was maybe a broken down car and some sort of seating here near the gas station. I just kind of liked the idea of, I don't know, a broken down car in the desert. Maybe this was Blathers' car. Perhaps. And then this is Blathers' living area, but behind his research area he has, you know, a little shed. I like to think maybe he has like a bathroom in there, perhaps an outhouse, a shower, little bird friend, some laundry. He's probably washing up in the river because, you know, that's about all he's got. And then you can follow the road back to the plaza. And now we're gonna go this way. Now right behind the oasis is another really cute fake house with a nice little bath. And I also made one of those for the Able sisters. So they have kind of a little reservoir and a bath out here. This is their little hangout area, and I wanted their shop to look kind of small, so they do only have a few items out. As you can see, of course, very desert, southwestern looking inspired designs. Oh my gosh, a bug. Now you can cross this bridge and it will take you to a neighborhood area. This is Cranston's house. Very simple desert themed yard. We have another fake house for the neighborhood. This is, I believe, Clay's house. Yes. Sometimes I put so much stuff in the way. Antonio's house, right? Yeah. So this is Antonio's yard. Super cute. And then this is Gonzo's house. He's our grumpy old man. So that's part of our neighborhood. I think it's so cute. I love all the little yards. The tarantula's freaking me out. I'm really scared of spiders. Back here we have Fret's fishing cabin and his little RV, because he seems like the kind of guy who would have an RV. So this is his smoker, some of his fishing stuff, and then of course, the little outcropping, the peninsula. He also has plenty of fishing stuff, and maybe he's bringing fish by for Blathers every once in a while. I'd hope, because we are certainly not. And here we have Pashmina's house. I wanted to give her something with like blue accents that matched her little blue horns, and I think she has an absolutely adorable yard. Now, because this is an abandoned desert, very desolate type small town rural area, there's not a lot of infrastructure. So if you would like to follow along, if you are following along, I think it would be easier to just go back to the street, heading from the airport to the plaza area. You can go across. There is a plant shop, which is kind of an extension of where I'm selling plants. We have the street that goes across towards Nook's Cranny. The only other bridge is right here. The only way to get to the other parts of the island are by crossing the bridge right next to Nook's Cranny. Now this is my house because I'm spoiled. Of course, I have the biggest house on the island, and I have a glorious yard. I have a greenhouse, because apparently I am the person who keeps all the plants surviving and thriving on Roswell in this very arid desert. I have this adorable little lounge patio area. And then, of course, there's kind of a backyard over here that is a picnic. And also this adorable spa that I needed. I loved these outdoor baths for this like whole island. I thought it was so cute. So that's my yard. And then we can head this way through kind of a desert canyon to the farm. It's quite a stereotypical farm. Here we have our tractor and we have our big farmhouse. Lots of little sheds, little outbuildings. There's a silo. And I wanted this to look like corn maybe, but it wasn't quite working, but I left some of them there. And then here is our crop circle on the farm. And I believe this was probably the first crop circle that showed up that got people, you know, interested in coming to Roswell to see what's going on here. And then, you know, the farm has a well, they have some sheds, electrical lines, just really basic stuff. Now, the beaches over here are not decorated, but the farm is next to the pier, of course, so that they can ferry their goods, their produce to other islands. But yes, this is the farm, and they seem to have had visitors, and that made some people nervous. So, there is a restricted area. They are here to study what's going on around this farm and kind of in the surrounding areas. So here we have Petrie's house, and she's home, so we're gonna head in. I really hope she's not cooking or something, because if she's cooking, she's gonna have something out in the middle. Okay, well, I guess that's okay. So this is Petrie's lab, and she is studying some of the physical items that have been found on the island. There's been some suspicious bones, some random little dudes. There's been, you know, all sorts of things being seen in the sky. She's doing some surveillance and just kind of studying physical objects and evidence that she has spotted. Now, if only Rattle was home, because he's the one who's doing experiments on actual aliens, and his house is quite creepy. And I have recorded footage of me designing it, and then you know what happened? It got lost. So that's gone. But this is their lab, their machinery. They are monitoring for extraterrestrials. They are studying them. They are here to figure out what's going on with these crop circles. All the weirdness that's been happening in Roswell, because it was just a very quaint little rural town. And now all of a sudden we have weirdness happening, and quite close to them is a new neighbor that had moved in, and his name is actually also Roswell. And he has a dog. I feel like this is a very Gurr type situation where the dog is not a dog. And he has a doghouse, but perhaps there is an alien or something more sinister hiding inside, because But yes, this is Roswell. He's very natural. He's very normal. He's a very normal resident, and he's trying his best to look very normal. There's nothing suspicious going on. Look at this. Oh, they're together. Oh! Gasp. But yes, this is his very normal house. His very normal and inconspicuous house. And of course, Cephalobot is in here. They worship the crawfish. Listen, the crawfish is here. The way all my cool toys and designer furniture are arranged. I wanted to see your crawfish because the aliens, they worship the crawfish. The crawfish is our leader. But yes, this is our new neighbor. He has appeared. And he moved in around the time things started getting weird, but he seems so normal. He has a very normal house, and it's not at all weird for him to have a crawfish in there. It's just a little guy. Now, Roswell is usually pretty touchy about people trying to mess around in his side yard because he has a little secret. And it's that we have another mysterious neighbor named Cephalobot. And Cephalobot seems to be a UFO. Not a UFO, an alien. But he has all sorts of UFO alien artifacts. He has all sorts of landing stuff. He has these weird things. And it seems to be contaminating the landscape a bit. And, you know, the scientists on the island have noticed this as well. There's all of a sudden all these glowing plants showing up, and there is another landing in progress right now. There are aliens here. They are bringing their little dudes. They have all sorts of weirdness going on. They're contaminating everything. And you'll notice some glowing moss around water sources in Roswell. And it's because this landing area that has the most going on and all of this green goo happening, it's right above the waterfall that feeds into the only river in Roswell. So all of the water sources are connected. Now, the only way to get to this landing site is the vines behind Cephalobot's little house, because it's meant to be very secret. We don't want to see other villagers wandering around in here because it's secret. Now, this is all, it was just desert, but it has become so contaminated by this green alien goo. It's kind of messed up. And you can see right here, there's a sample of the glowing moss that was taken and left out. Because over here, and you have to climb up on the vines, is a field lab. So this is basically just a smaller lab that Petrie and Rattle are using to gather samples and try to figure out what's going on up here. They have a little rover and they're trying to figure out what these aliens are doing, what they want, how they're contaminating everything. Is this toxic? Is it radioactive? We do not know. But their job is to get to the bottom of it without alerting anyone. So of course this is also cordoned off. It is restricted. It is restricted. So villagers are not coming up here messing around. Listen, we have questions about this. We do not know if the aliens are involved in this or if it was a natural death, because again, this is like just open air. This is just desert. Just desert, and the contaminated area is slowly getting closer and closer to civilization. And you know, if the villagers were a little bit taller or didn't listen to authority so much, they would be able to see this, but it's like just out of eye shot. They feel safe. And you know, aside from the farmer who's been sworn to secrecy by the government that Petrie and Rattle work for, they're really the only ones who know. I guess I know. I'm aware now. I'm seeing all this. The aliens are together in Roswell's house. They are plotting. They know something. Maybe because I sell plants and that's my whole thing. Maybe I'm keeping my mouth shut because I think that this could be very valuable. These alien plants and the moss and all the interesting things that could be made with it. But yeah, this is the town of Roswell. Just a sleepy little southwestern desert town, I think. I don't know where Roswell, New Mexico actually is. This is just inspired by... Listen, it's fine. But yeah, it was just a sleepy little desert town until these aliens started showing up. And now there's all sorts of weirdness happening. There's scientists coming in. There's all sorts of stuff being blocked off. And then there's just us, you know, on this side of the island, kind of just normal residents that don't really understand what's going on in this desert outside town. It's very strange. The canyons and what have you are suddenly being mysteriously sectioned off, and there's just all sorts of weirdness. But speaking of regular sleepy desert town stuff, let's take a look at my house. Let's go through my house really quick if you didn't watch the videos of the designing. So this is essentially just a little mudroom walkway. We have all sorts of baskets. I can put my shoes in here, purse, keys, etc. I have a nice little music box. We have plants because we're living in a desert. So I want inside to be as lush and green as I possibly can. This is, of course, my living room area. This is where me and friends will get together. We can have little gatherings and have tea parties. And then, you know, while we're all hanging out, if perhaps we have a craving or just want to make a nice meal together, there is the kitchen, and the kitchen's adorable. We love it. The kitchen is very cute and quaint, and it matches with, I think, the aesthetic of the island, and also my little person trying to turn this desert into their oasis. It's very cozy. It seems like it would smell very nice in here. I love the kitchen. And it seems like a very cozy place to hang out. But, you know, if it gets too crowded, there is the living room area. And after that, I might want to get, I don't know, some work done. This is probably where I'm reading, I'm studying the plants that I'm growing, I'm handling the books, I'm getting work done. This is a very business area, but it's still cozy and cute and very quaint. This is where I'm working. This is where I'm getting things done. I'm studying. I love this study. I think it's adorable. And again, very simple, but plenty of plants happening in here because I love plants and I want everything to look very alive and very much my little oasis in this desert. So this is the second floor. Next, at the end of a long day, I will probably end up in the bathroom just to unwind. There is a massage table, and it's a very simple bathroom, but oh my gosh, one of the little alien dudes has found my bathtub and he is soaking in my tub! He can stay though, he's cute. But yeah, just a very simple area to wash up, either get ready or perhaps unready, and soak in this amazing steamy bathtub. And again, lots of plants. We always have lots of plants, lots of very warm lighting. It's a super relaxing place to be, and we have all of our little lotions and potions up there on a shelf so we can make the bath smell nice and be very, very luxurious. I would kill for that bathroom. And after all of that, probably gonna head to bed. It's been a long day. This imaginary day that we've been discussing. It's been a very long day, and this is my cozy bedroom. It has a nice little, I would say, like a balcony happening here. We have a nice balcony moment. I can go out and just drink tea or coffee in the morning, or maybe some sleepy time tea before bed, and just vibe. Of course, there's also a small little living area over here for when I'm being lazy and just hanging out in my room. We have all my clothes, a phone. We have all sorts of adorable decorations happening. It's very cute and quaint. My little bed, my special plushie, and then of course a little reading desk with some music, because gots to have music. And then my little plant shelf. It's adorable, it's cozy, it's everything I need. It's a perfect little bedroom. Now, when I wake up in the mornings, after I have my coffee on my adorable balcony, on my adorable third-story balcony, I will probably head down to the greenhouse, which is on the ground floor, and this is where I am growing and selling all of my beautiful plants, all of these beautiful plants that you see decorating Roswell, all of my clay pots, all of the fabulous planters, all the goods. This is where it comes from. So this is the little area where I'm growing. We have watering supplies, we have boxes and crates full of seeds, we have little greenhouses, shelves, all sorts of stuff. And, you know, a cold area for certain flowers to keep them preserved until a buyer comes to get them. And this is, of course, the doorway leading into the shop. So this is how people come in. They can browse around, and then, you know, obviously the whole upstairs is my living area. So people do not come up here, but that's where I'm working. That's where the grind is happening. And yeah, I think this house is great, and I think it matches the aesthetic beautifully. I love it so much. And I think most of the houses and interiors on the island all go together really well. Again, there are videos of me designing all the villager homes, except for rat holes because we lost that footage. But yeah, this is Roswell. I think Roswell is amazing. I worked on it from November until now. It's currently April. It's mid-April when I'm recording this. I'm sure it'll be up way later. It's gonna go in the queue. But yeah, this is it. This is Roswell. I'm so happy with how it came out. I tried to really keep that rural, kind of abandoned, middle of nowhere feel without making it so plain. It would just be incredibly boring. And You know, I'll probably do a space island in the future, but I wanted something that was just an alien landing. Something that was kind of X-Files, kind of, I don't know, just interesting. And I thought maybe less complicated architecture and waterscaping, just something really simple that I could get done relatively quickly would be fun if it was, you know, less about the look of the island and more about the story it's telling. You know what I mean? There's some lore here. Also, listen, I don't think Gonzo's home right now, but he is our resident conspiracy theorist, so if you visit and you're able to get into his house, I highly suggest you do. Because listen, the farmer is aware of what's going on. He alerted everybody. And we don't know who this mysterious farmer is. Gosh, Gonzo is home. Oh my gosh, but yeah. He knows what's going on. The farmer knows. I've kind of figured it out, but I think I'm keeping quiet because I could make some money off this. Maybe I'm not a great person on this island. Listen, I'm an entrepreneur, but everyone else is unaware. But Gonzo, he knows something's up. Gonzo's probably onto me too. I hope I'm gonna come in here and get interrogated. He has a very casual room, but he's onto us. He has his little conspiracy corner. He's currently studying. He's gonna grill me. He's gonna ask me everything I know. And of course, he also has these lovely doors. He's watching. He is watching for UFOs. He wants to know what's going on. Look at him reading. What book is he reading? Oh gosh, it's bugs and stuff. Is he reading about that little forest? He's onto us. He knows. And he even has stolen a sample of the moss. He knows what's going on. He knows something ain't right. And now he's wondering why I'm spying on him, which is exactly what I'm doing. I need to know what he knows. Am I a snitch? I think I just like made it canonical in the lore of Roswell that I'm a snitch. I'm a corporate spy for my own small business. Jeez, who would have thought? But yeah, that's Roswell, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and save, and I had so much fun making this island, but I'm very excited. I'm so excited. I'm so thrilled to start a new one because honestly, I'm just not feeling so inspired by Roswell anymore. I think Roswell is finished. She's done. She's super cute, and now it is time to move on. We're gonna let her go. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I loved starting this island. It was fabulous. It gave me something to do over winter break, and now it is time to say goodbye and start on our next project. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you loved Roswell as much as I did. I understand if it's not as cool as some other creators' islands, but I loved hanging out with you, and I hope you like my designs. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to see more and ring the notification bell to get notified every time I upload. I will see you guys in my next, and in my next we will either be working on Shark's Fin, or perhaps we might be starting our new island, Utopia, and I cannot wait to tell you guys all about Utopia. Oh my god, did you see that shooting star back there? They're coming, guys. It's about to happen. It's happening. It's happening right now. There's more aliens, I swear.